what's up? Welcome back to TimeWalkTV for another Magic Arena video. My name is Ron, and today we're actually going to be taking a look at a viewer-submitted deck list. This is through the YouTube comments. It is Dimir Reanimator, and we have played this in the past. This is a bit different of a take on it, but it was submitted by Sadboymusic, and we're going to go and jump into it right now. Wait, before you jump into the video, just wanted to let you know that tonight, Wednesday night, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch from midnight Eastern time to 4 a.m. I know it's a little late, so any night owls or any, late night people out there, come in, join the chat, say hello, submit a deck list. We're going to be playing Blue-White Control, Blue-Red Flash, Jeskai Fires, a lot of fun decks. It's going to be such a good time. If you want to support the channel, stop in, say hello, submit a deck list, anything like that. Go in and stop into twitch.tv/TimeWalkTV, and we'll be live Wednesday night, tonight. So we'll see you there. All right, let's just go in and hop into it here. Taking a look at some of the cards in this deck, we have Tyrant Scorn to deal with some of the smaller creatures, CMC 3 or less, or you can bounce a creature. So the bouncing part is actually going to be pretty cool because we have Brazen Borrowers, so we can really tempo our opponents till we can get to our big spells to bring back our big creatures. Thought Erasure, mainstay in these black-blue decks just to take a card out of their hand pretty easy. Moving over to the Brazen Borrowers, like I just mentioned, this is one of my favorite cards in Standard currently. Bounce anything really with Petty Theft there for 2 mana, a non-land permanent, and then we can go and pay 3 mana to flash in a 3/1 flyer. So this has been an excellent card for me in a lot of control decks, and I really think that this is probably the best card in Throne of Eldraine, but it's also personal opinion, and I'm pretty biased toward blue cards, so I think this card's just great. Not really that great to get back to the battlefield, but with Blood for Bones, you can bring back a big gigantic creature and then bring the Brazen Borrower back to hand so you can use Petty Theft again. So that's really, really cool. I've added 2 Plague Crafters to this deck because it's a way to have my opponent sacrifice things and getting it back, for value off of the Blood for Bones or the Connive is probably pretty good just because we can make them sack their whole board until we can get a big creature out. So I just kind of wanted to go more removal heavy just to kind of eliminate the flash aspect that we're going against usually because the Simic Flash decks are so good. Maybe kind of sneaking in a sacrifice effect like this might be really good. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is not the exact list that I was sent, but we have tweaked it here a little bit. Tried to keep it as close to the original list as possible. Just made some tweaks for certain matchups. We have 4 Murderous Riders. Same thing with the Blood for Bones. You can use this, play it as a creature, and then if it ever gets discarded from your hand, because I know when this dies, it goes to your bottom of your library. But if you ever discard it or something happens, it gets in your graveyard, well, you can bring it back to your hand with Blood for Bones, which is super cool. 2 Metal Lynch, this is one of those cards that is like a mainstay in this deck, mainly because when it enters or deals combat damage, you're going to draw and discard. We don't have Charter Course anymore like we did last Standard, so this is the card that we have to lean on a little bit harder as far as our discard is concerned. We have Gadwick the Wizen, another card that I've been super impressed with. Initially, like on spoiler season, I didn't really like the card, but now that I've played with it a bunch, I think it's really, really good, and it's a great way to gas your hand back up and just try to beat some of these discard decks or these heavy removal decks, like some of the Jund Sacrifice decks. So I like 2 of these in the 75. Again, bringing it back to your hand with Blood for Bones is insane. Moving on to Blood for Bones. This is the card that I just been talking about a ton. 4 mana. As you cast it, you have to sacrifice a creature, so you can't cast it unless you sacrifice a creature. You return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and then another one to your hand if you have another one. So really sweet card. It's a 4 mana reanimate spell, which is great, and you get 1 back to your hand. So all you have to do is just sacrifice creature. And the cool thing with this is if you sacrifice the creature, you can get that same creature that you sacrificed back because the sacrifice part is just part of the cost. So say you have an Agent of Treachery in play, and that's all you have in play, you can sack the agent and get that same agent back to the battlefield, which is really sweet. Connive, Concoct. This, we don't really use the Connive part at all. It'll be pretty interesting to see if we can kind of sneak that in there, but Concoct is the main reason that we play this card. 5 mana, Surveil 3, return a creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. Really sweet. If you don't have anything in your yard, the Surveil 3, you can usually get it there for you. Moving over to some of our big creatures that we're bringing back. Massacre Girl is a great removal spell for a lot of these Nissa decks or the cat decks. Cavalier of Night is just a really sweet card that allows you to kill a creature as long as you sacrifice one, and then when this dies, you can bring a creature with 3 CMC or less back to the battlefield, and we have a ton of those, so that's really cool. That's another reason why we're playing this card. Agent of Treachery, just a really great card. You can steal lands, creatures, enchantments, artifacts, any kind of permanent you can steal as long as it doesn't have hexproof. So that's one of our bigger payoffs for this deck. Now on to the lands. We have 4 castles, 2 Castle of Interest, 2 Castle of Lochwain, scrying, drawing cards. The loss of life is a little, I'm a little iffy on it, but you know, we'll make it work here. 7 swamps, 7 islands, 4 dismal backwaters, and 4 water graves. Really simple, really smooth. We have our sweet sleeves here. We got our dredge sleeves, our restless in peace sleeves, so we're going to definitely go along with those. Moving over to the sideboard, 3 duress. This is because there's a lot of the flash decks running around, and we want to be able to resolve our spells, so what better way than to take the counter spells out of their hand. 2 Ether Gust for any of the green decks that show up, Sorcerer Spyglass. I think it's just a really good card against some planeswalkers or maybe an oven. I don't know. I don't think that's probably not the way to bring it in, but we'll go ahead and try it. 4 Mystical Disputes, again for the flash decks, because this deck loses so hard to the flash decks, and this is just a super efficient counter spell for the sideboard. Way better than Negate in my opinion right now, but once they get a bunch of lands, then it gets really bad. But we'll try to get there and win the game before that happens. 2 Narsets for any decks that are trying to draw cards. 1 Ashiok for, graveyard-based decks, and 2 Ritual Soots because the Gruul decks get a little wide sometimes with their 2 and 3 drops, so we can kind of clean up the board, or if they, we can run into like some token strategy or something, we can get rid of it. But that's the deck. Let's go and hop into some games, see how it does, and hopefully we can get some wins for Sadboymusic. Welcome into the match, and we are going to be on the play. Oh, I love it. It just feels so good. Feels so good to hit that play first button, doesn't it? I tell you what, it feels great. Anyway, back to the game here. We have Dismal Backwater, Water Grave, Tyrant Scorn, Double Borrower, Blood for Bones. I think we have a pretty good hand. I like a few more lands, honestly, but we have some removal and some ways to tempo them to, find those lands that we need. And if we can get to 4 mana, we can play Brazen Borrower on 3 and hopefully discard something. I don't really know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go here. We'll keep 7. Feels good. Our opponent has really cool sleeves. Look at those sleeves. Woo! Look at our sleeves though. They don't do any animations, but they're cool looking. They're cool looking. I think I have something in my eye. Never mind. It's gone. All right, just waiting on our opponent here, seeing if they're going to keep 7. Looks like they are. We'll play Dismal Backwater first. Gain that life. Our opponent's going to draw for turn, and then they're going to play... they're going to play a Windscarred Crag. Gain 1 life. Well, I did not see that coming, but we're going to shock this Watery Grave in, so that we have Tyrant Scorn and Brazen Borrower up, just in case they play a creature or something that we want to bounce. Not really sure what they're doing with the Windscarred Crag, but you never know. Maybe they're red-white deck. Maybe they're a feather deck. Looks like they are a Jeskai deck. So I could see... we did not draw land, unfortunately. But I could probably see like a Fires deck or... that's really the only Jeskai decks I ever see really is Fires. So if they're a mid-range deck without Fires, well, that's going to be pretty tough for us to beat. At least with Fires, we can kind of bounce their Fires and then like kill some of their creatures and stuff, but I don't really know. Let's see what our opponent does though, because they played a Windscarred Crag into a Temple of Epiphany and played another Windscarred Crag. See if they play a spell. Anticipate. Now I'm a bit worried. Because I don't know what's going on. Most likely we'll just put Brazen Borrower into play and start getting our beats in, because we have no clue what our opponent is doing. We do have the triple black for Cavalier of Night. We just need some more lands, but we have nothing to sack to it just yet. We do have a lot of 3-drop creatures, so I'm sure we'll find some here and there. Blood for Bones. Not looking too great right now. Maybe we want more of those 1-drops that it's a 1/2 that mills 2, I believe, and lets you scry 1. I think that's something that we could possibly look into just as sack fodder, honestly. But yeah, let's go ahead and just cast our Brazen Borrower. Hope it doesn't get Bone Crusher Giant, and it does not. We draw Gadwick, so we're still not hitting lands, unfortunately. We did keep a 2-laner, but I was hoping to hit a couple lands here and there. But, I mean, at this point, we're just going to play the slow game and see what they do, because we can play Brazen Borrow, we can play Tyrant Scorn. Honestly, we could have just played Gadwick that turn and then held up our blue spells for afterwards to kind of tap their creatures down. But we'll see what they have coming here. It might be a Fire's Invention. It might be, I don't know, maybe it's Aurelia, Feather. They haven't played any spells besides Anticipate, so I really don't have any clue. Luckily for us, Tyrant Scorn says bounce target creature with CMC 3 or less to your hand. So if they try to kill this with a spell, well, we will just bounce it right to our hand. Now, I'm not going to play the second Brazen Borrower just because they might have Deafening Clarion, and I don't really want to get 2 for 1 off of a Deafening Clarion right now. Our opponent is really mulling over what they should do here. They have all their colors. They have 2 Windscar Crags, a Temple of Epiphany, Steam Vents, and a Plains. We are sitting on a Dismal Backwater, Water Grave, and a Swamp. At least we have some pressure on the board currently. Ugh, man, no more lands. This is tough. This is tough. We're hanging on by a thread just on 3 lands. We're going to have to discard, but that's okay because we want to discard a Cavalier of Night. I think that's something that we want to do. Waiting on our opponent. They might do something here to kill our Brazen Borrower. It looks like they have an instant. They're waiting. We're waiting on them to make a decision if they want to resolve or not. But they're going to let it hit us. And then we'll end the turn and go to discard, I guess, and discard a Cavalier of Night. Goes back to our opponent. They draw a card. They have a full 8 cards in their hand currently. They play a Castle Ardenvale, so they can start making 1/1 tokens. I'm not sure what their deck is trying to do, though. What is this card? So 6 mana, 4 white for a 5/5 flying Mentor Angel. When it dies, put a 1/1 counter on each white creature you control. Interesting. That is getting bounced to their hand. That is getting bounced to their hand for sure. We tapped out for a 6-drop. Oh my goodness. Okay, so at least we drew the 2 Mountain Lich. We didn't draw a land, but we drew the 2 Mountain Lich, which did not draw us a land, unfortunately. But we are able to draw and discard an Agent of Treachery. So if we draw a land next turn, we can Blood for Bones, sacrificing maybe the 2 Mountain Lich, possibly. We'll see what they do with their mana if they want to tap out for the 6-drop again. They may try to get rid of the Brazen Borrower. Maybe they were just scared of a counterspell earlier. I'm not really sure what's going on, to be honest. Bishop of Wings. So this is whenever an angel enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life. When an angel dies, create a 1/1 white spirit token. So they're going to play the bishop and then activate Castle Ardenvale and make a token. So currently, we drew a Massacre Girl. We still can't draw lands at all. So I think we just swing and see if they block. Yeah, we'll just swing with everything, see if they block. I assume they would just block with the token here on the Tombbound Lich. We do get to gain a life off the Tombbound Lich. I'd really like this Tombbound Lich to hit so I can draw and discard again. But I'm not going to hold my breath on it. And I'm not going to Tyrant Scorn a token when I probably hit the Bishop of Wings here. And the question arises, are they going to jam the Light of the Legion next turn? They're at 10. They would go up to 14. And then we can just bounce it back to their hand. I do like that this would stick around because then we could take it with Agent Treachery. We're going to draw a land next turn. So we'll see what they do here. See if they have a bigger spell or maybe they have another. They're just going to jam that Legion of Light. 3, 6, 7. They have 7 mana currently. It's a tough one. I don't know. For not hitting our land drops the entire game, I think we're doing all right. A second Bishop of Wings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that resolves. They're going to gain 8 life? I mean, that's a lot of life. Flying Mentor, huh? So, I mean, we have to let that resolve. I mean, we could have killed it in response. I think that would probably been the better play. I'm just being really bad. Now they're gonna gain the 8 life. Land is tapped. Oh my gosh. I mean, I did call it we were going to hit a land. I did call it, but I did not specify what kind of land it was. To be honest, I think I just bounce and swing. Bounce that, and we'll swing for 4. Sure, they gained all that life. That's fine, but we want them to tap all their mana next turn. We're doing this because we want them to tap out next turn and do exactly what they have been doing, because they've played this twice already and they haven't gotten to untap with it to swing with it. So I think the goal is to bounce it so many times that they have to just keep replaying it, and then we can steal it with our Blood for Bones on the Agent Treachery here. We can also Cavalier of Night it, but I kind of want to steal it. I don't really want to do that. Let's get rid of Tombbound Lich. I was really hoping for a land, but you know, I'm not not leaning on the land portion of this deck currently at all. So I think we'll just deal with what we got here. And they got a Castle Embereth too. Woo! This deck is spicy. I wonder what the blue's for. This is an angel. I wonder if they have other angels like maybe a Resplendent Angel or Aurelia. All pretty good angels. See if they try to remove one of our creatures. It just seems like they're just reading around it. Let's see. Light of the Legion, huh? They have 3 mana open. I think we have to go for it. We've been missing too many land drops. We just have to go for it. And we've kind of just played this whole game to do this same thing. So let's go ahead and Blood for Bones. We'll sacrifice the Tombbound Lich. I guess that's part of the cost of sacrifice. See if it resolves. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it resolves. Please resolve. Don't do it to me. Oh gosh, he got me right with the negate. Oh goodness. Well, was not expecting the old negate trick, but they're running a little low on cards. They still have 4 cards in hand. Hopefully they play another land. We got one more shot at this. Oh boy, that is a big 7-drop 7/7. Oh baby. Here's the worst part. Here's the funny part. We can't even block. You know why we can't block? Because what is that? Indestructible? Why is that indestructible? Oh, other creatures you control flying have indestructible. Oh, you don't say. Well, we're not blocking because we have enough life that we can kind of deal with it. And we need this Blood for Bones to resolve. We need it. Okay, let's just do it. Let's go. Don't negate me. Don't negate me. Don't negate me. I believe in my heart that you don't have it. But you hovering over your cards makes me feel like you do. Don't do it to me a second time. That would be horrifying. What are they looking at their graveyard for? Just let this resolve. It's fine. It's fine. There's nothing wrong. Okay, sweet. Return a creature you control to the battlefield. Well, of course I'm going to bring Agent Treachery. Oh, creature to my hand. Oh, sure. Brazen Borrower looks great. Yeah, I guess we'll just take this big 7/7. Sweet. Well, we have a big 7/7. What do you got for me now, opponent? Something to kill this? Maybe not, maybe yes. Holy moly, they can do this what? 1, 2 times? 2 times. They can pump their creatures 2 times. So that'll trade, I guess. Do we even go for it? I don't even think so. I'm curious of what else is in their deck because it's a gigantic Jeskai Angels deck and I'm terrified of what else is in their deck. Terrified. These brews just get me on edge because I don't know what's going on. Oh no, it's a prison rope. Oh no. Oh boy. And if I bounce this with the Brazen Borrower, she's going to get the 7/7 back. There's a feather. That's an angel. But they don't have, it doesn't seem like they have anything that targets it. Maybe they're just like, we just want to play angels. That's all we want to do. Man, that thing is gnarly. Okay, so let's Well, oh goodness. Well, we can block there. Does this have death touch? We are up a creek right now, folks. This is tough. Well, I think we have to just chump there. I really don't know. I really don't know. This is where like a 1-drop would come in handy so well. Also, a ritual set would come in handy pretty right now. Let's see. We're at 9. We have 8. They have 8 in the air currently. 8 in the air currently. Well, let's see. This is a great blocker. And this is a mediocre blocker. 1 card in hand. Well, let's see if we find something here. Maybe we find a reanimate spell. They got a lot of pump spells too. Yikes. Ooh, Plaguecrafter. That's interesting. Ooh, that's super interesting. Yeah, I think we get rid of the Massacre Girl, honestly. So let's see. We block here, and we can bounce this. Like, right when they go into combat. And even if the double pumps, what is it? 1, 2... I have 2 pumps with that, with the castle here. We're at 9. We're close. We're close. Let's give it another go here. Alright, we're end the turn. We'll see what they got. They only have 2 cards in hand currently. Prison Realm got me good. There's their other red source. So they can activate 3 times next turn. 3 times. Boy, if we pull this one off, we will be something else. Oh, no, no, no. I meant to... Oh, no. Oh, no. Guess we just bounce that. Gosh, I'm so silly goose to do that. Ugh, I let him mentor. And then we'll go to blockers, please. Blockers, please. All right, well, that's something. We have death touch here. Yikes, we're at 5. We're at 5. We're at 6. No, we're at 6. Don't get it twisted. We are at 6 currently. We have blockers for the big boy. This is not flying, right? Each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Each player who can't discards a card. Very interesting. 2 cards in hand currently. They have... Oh, no. They have Expansion Explosion in this deck? What is going on? What? What? Okay. Boy, this is just a smattering of things. Oh my goodness. Well then, let's see what we have for this matchup, because that was pretty crazy. Okay. I think we just had a really bad time with the whole, you know, not drawing lands portion of our deck. But I don't like Massacre Girl because their creatures have high toughness. Let's see. Yeah, so we have 26 lands. I mean, we should have drawn some lands there at one point. Yeah, I think we have to. Oh, we have 4 Murder Striders too. We have the tools to get this done. Cavalier Knight's pretty sweet. I want to bring in all my duresses actually, because I think they're going to go pretty heavy on the counter spells, but they probably won't. It's up in the air. I could cut a Plaguecrafter. That could be a thing. I kind of like having more creatures though, because right now we have what, 20 creatures. I don't really want to mess with the creature number. Maybe Cavalier of Night, just to cut the curve down just a smidge. I don't see anything else that I really want to cut. Maybe Gadwick. Nah, I like it like this. We'll just bring in some duresses. Won't really change much. I think our deck is actually really good against this kind of deck. But when we don't draw lands for like 10 turns, then it kind of goes downhill pretty quickly. So we'll play first again. Oh, we're gonna keep the ever popular 2-lander again. We have double Kanai, which is sweet, but we have a 2-drop into a 3-drop, so let's keep. We'll probably go castle into island, into Thought Erasure, and surveil anything away that is not a land, because we need to hit land drops. And I believe in this deck, I believe we can hit the land drops. so close. It's so close. We're going to hit the land drops, I swear. If we don't, I'm going to cry. I'm just going to cry. You know, sometimes you just got to have yourself a good cry, you know. It's not a big deal, but, you know, no lands makes me cry. I like to play Magic. I want to play my spells. Oh, Plagueraptor actually seemed pretty sweet in the last game, but we got Expansion Explosion out of the game, unfortunately. Alright, so we're keeping this 7. We have Double Concoct, a Plaguecrafter, Brazen Borrower, Thought Erasure, Castle Lockthwain, and an Island. So we're going to play the Castle first, comes to play tapped, because we don't own a Swamp. Next, we're going to play Island into Thought Erasure. That'll be pretty sweet. Our opponent plays Temple of Epiphany and Scries to the top. So it's a card they definitely want. They did keep 7 as well. So we'll see. Well, we're going to see what they're working with right now. I know I'd love to play this on 2, which we probably could. I don't see them playing anything crazy on 2. Yeah, I think this might be better. Let's play the Dismal Backwater. I might eat those words. But if they play another tap land, I'll be super happy. They do. They play a Boroscale Gate, so they have like really budget kind of mana bases currently. So luckily, that's kind of helping us out a little bit. But they probably don't have any 2-drops or anything. Yeah, they have like double white 2-drops and stuff. Fires of Invention. This is a Fires of Invention deck. Whoa, that's so cool. Okay, so currently they have an Island in hand. Prison Realm, Negate, Bishop, Light of Legion, Seraph, Fires Invention. So basically the same exact hand they had last game. They said throw in a Fires Invention because. Okay, so our hand is looking pretty terrible against this hand here. But I think we want to take the Negate. I think they currently don't have double white to play Bishop or any of these other cards. Triple white. Prison Realm might be a pain in the butt. But Negate, yeah, we'll take the Negate. 2-mana Lich. Ooh, actually, I'm okay with the 2-mana Lich. We have another land. This will let us draw a discard, and we can maybe get rid of something that we don't want. Maybe Concoct. Who knows? What are you gonna play, opponent? What could they have for 3 mana that I didn't see before? They can't currently play anything in their hand. Yeah, they just have to pass here. Let us Tombbound Lich, draw 1 and discard 1. Let's see what we pull off the top. Maybe some big creature. I was gonna put the big crazy demon. It's like a 7 or 8 drop that pay a black, lose 2 life, put a 1/1 counter on something, a -1/-1 counter, and then every time you lose life, you draw that many cards. So when you lose 2 life, you draw 2 cards, stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool. What in the world? Interesting. Well, we shall. Yeah, I guess we'll discard a Concoct. We really don't care about that. Really trying to hit another land drop to maybe play this card, but we do have some good removal coming up, and they're might be missing their land drops. Oh, they missed their land drops. Well, we get to swing in here and draw and discard, which is super sweet. Super duper sweet. We're definitely not activating Castle Lockthwain because that's going to deal us 6 damage, and we don't need cards that badly. Let's be real. Don't you dare. Don't you dare play something that kills this guy. That's right. Keep looking at your hand that you can't use. Blood for Bones. Ooh, that's really good. Well, I guess we'll just get rid of Plaguecrafter then. Sweet. Yeah, I think we're just going to say go. If they play something big, if they have to hit their land drops to do so. If they hit their land drops to play Fires, they can follow that up with maybe a Bishop. And I think we would, at that point, bounce the Fires and then use the Tyrant Scorn to kill the Bishop. There's the land. Here comes the Fires. That resolves, and then they'll probably play the Bishop here. Maybe they'll play Prison Realm. Possibility. But I believe they're going to get the Bishop out so they can start gaining some life. Yep, there's the Bishop. Well, let's go ahead and kill the Bishop. Kill the Bishop. Next turn, we're going to, on their upkeep, we're going to bounce their Fires of Invention to their hand. We'll see how that goes. We shall see how that goes. So we'll swing again. Hit it for 1. Draw a discard. Get rid of the Cavalier. Play our land. What do we got here? Nope, because then we can do this and we can hold up Murder Strider as well. So on the turn, we'll go to their upkeep and we'll bounce. We'll petty theft the Fire's Invention to their hand. If they want to use a counterspell, they can. Doesn't really matter. But now they have to pay the 4 mana to get that back into play. And if they don't do anything, if they just play the fires and play nothing, well, we're going to play the Brazen Borrower, and that's going to be sweet. This costs 6 mana, that costs 7 mana, so they only have 5 mana currently. Or just lands in general, they only have 5 of them when they need 6 to cast the rest of these spells. Bishop, sure. We're going to save our Murderous Rider for other things. Let's just play our Brazen Borrower, get the beats going here. Ooh, Agent of Treachery. Let's see if they block. I don't think they will, and if they don't, we're going to Agent of Treachery probably one of their lands away just to keep them off these other spells. That could be something pretty cool. Let's see what they do. I don't anticipate them blocking at all. Yeah. Hit them to 14, draw a discard Agent of Treachery. I have to play land, right? Yeah, okay. So we'll do Blood for Bones, sacrificing the Brazen Borrower. We'll bring Agent of Treachery back, and we'll put Brazen Borrower back in our hand. Put a stop on their upkeep. We'll steal their Boros Guildgate. And then we'll end the turn, and then on their upkeep, we're going to replay the Brazen Borrower, replay the Petty Theft side to make them recast the Fires of Invention. Oh, this is great. If you want to negate this, this is fine. I'm okay with it. I just think it's hilarious. Deploy. Create 2 1/1 colorless doctor tokens. You gain 1 life for each creature you control. Sure. So they'll gain 3 life. That gets bounced back to hand. And then this, when they play Fires of Invention again, it's going to be their second spell for the turn. So if they replay the Fires of Invention, they can't do anything else, which is sweet. What can we do in here? I guess we could play Crafter. Maybe? No, play Crafter doesn't seem that great. Yeah, it doesn't seem that great. Maybe we can concoct something cool. Maybe. I guess we'll see. Stole a land. Feels good. We got some lands now. We weren't drawn before. Yes. Love it. I'll take your other red land. Oh gosh, this is so funny. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to attack. I think I'm just going to wait. We're just keep stealing their lands. Hopefully they don't get to play any more lands, but they can. Right now with Fires, they can only cast Prison Realm, which is super hilarious, actually. Super hilarious. Let's see what they do. At this point, I don't know if they can win, especially if we draw another Blood for Bones. That's going to let us sacrifice and bring the same one back. Steal another land, make sure they don't play anything. Oh, no, they played a land. Well, I don't know what they have in their hand, but I'm trying to keep them off their big spells so badly. Even though we have removal spells for them, so I probably shouldn't really care too much. But, you know, to each their own. Prison Realm's probably going to come down and take care of one of our Agent of Treacheries, I'm guessing. But I'm not really sure. Ooh, if we steal one more thing, we can oh man, what is this? With power 2 or less, we can steal this and start drawing 6 cards each turn. I mean, we gotta do it, right? If they don't Prison Realm this, we gotta do that, right? Oh no, Prison Realm, what are you gonna take? Please don't take my Agent of Treachery. How could you? Oh, take this, yes. Take the Tombbound Lich. Oh, very nice indeed. Scries to the top. What could they have? Maybe another land on top? We'll see. Be cool if we can blink these. I've seen like an Esper version of this that had like Charming Prince. That was nutty because they kept blinking this over and over, and then Blood for Bones would like sacrifice the Charming Prince, put it back to your hand, you recast it. Oh, it was just bonkers. Absolutely crazy. Right now we're at 25 life. They're at 17. They have 4 lands. We have 3, 6, 7, 8. 2 of them, they're theirs. So we're kind of in garbage time right now, but I'm not really sure what's going on. We're not really in a position we can win just yet, but we are in a position to take a look at their hand and see what they got. Oh my God. No. Okay, so this card doesn't really work very well with fires there. So I guess we'll take the 6-drop. Playgrafter on top seems fine. And I guess we'll just convene and grab yourself a 1/4. And we'll swing. That way we control 3 cards from our opponent, which will trigger both of our Agent of Treacheries here to draw us 6 cards. How many cards are left in our library? 35? We got plenty more where that came from. Ooh, Blood for Bones. I can dig it. Yes, yes, I can. Expansion Explosion doesn't really work. Senate Guild Mage. White and tap, gain 2 life. Blue and tap, draw a card, and then discard a card. Now there's a pretty sweet card to add to this deck if we went like in an Esper sort of build. Like this is a draw discard every single turn too, which is pretty sweet. Only costs 2 mana too. It's like a nice little grizzly bear right there. What are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do? Well, I think we have to probably play Grafter. No. I guess we could bounce Brazen Borrower and then flicker and take 2 lands. Take a land, a single land. We got to figure out how to win this game really, really fast, because these cards are going to start draining our mana pool, or our deck really, really quickly. So I'm hoping we find a way to win really fast. So let's just start with killing this Senate Guild Mage with a Swift End. We'll swing for 5. See if they chump here. I think they are going to chump. If they chump them both, that would be great for us. Even better. Thank you so much. So now I have 3, 4, 5. Play land. That's 6. Double blue. Double blue. Yeah, I think we're going to actually end the turn and not Blood for Bones anything. Only because we're going to be able to double Brazen Borrower. And then I'll have to keep that. Get rid of the lands here. Don't need any more lands. Since we have quadruple blue, we're going to toss these Brazen Borrowers into play right quick, because they don't have the mana to cast this. They don't have the mana to cast this. They don't have mana to do anything. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll miss them by one point, but you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Opponent's trying to figure something out, but there's absolutely nothing that they can do. We'll play our Brazen Borrower. Thank goodness the auto tapper didn't tap all of our blue sources like it usually does. I didn't even think about that until right as I cast the card. And then we'll cast another one from our hand. And we'll cast another one from our hand. And that's 11 damage. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're getting there. Toss our land into play, swing for 11. And I guess 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll just say go. Oh my goodness, we have 21 cards left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're just tossing random cards at this point. We're just hucking them into the graveyard because we don't care. We pretty much have this whole entire game locked up. I think we've had it locked up for a little while now. And there's another land. They can play the Mentor, and then they just it's just game over from there. Our opponent is not willing to accept defeat. It's happening. This is happening. You have been defeated. At least for this game. We have another game after this one, so fingers crossed we can win the whole match. I feel like we don't have a lot of what are they called? Win cons? Or when it went 2 3s and 3 1s. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Resolves. That doesn't work. You gotta pay mana for the X for sure. You gotta pay mana. Alright, we'll swing for 11 again, and they're done. Okay, sweet. Alright, so game number 3 coming up here. I'm not really sure what we want. Cavalier of Night doesn't seem all that great, but I mean, we do have good removal already. I kind of want the duress, but the duress, it doesn't really hit too much besides their prison realms and their negates. The rest of them are just like big creatures, but they do have like Fire's Invention. That's kind of a thing. How many creatures do we have left here? 19. We'll go down one Tyrant Scorn. We'll go more discard oriented this since we're on the draw. Very slight change, but anything to kind of get us back in step with our opponents, because being on the draw is like actually 10 times worse than being on the play. So we'll see if we can pull out this win. Really weird, kooky deck our opponent's playing, but it's really pretty interesting to catch people off guard. It looked like they just had like a smattering of like Jeskai colored rares, and they kind of made it sort of synergistic with the bishop there, just because they had a bunch of angels probably. But we'll see. We'll see. Waiting on the opponent. We're definitely going to go on the draw this turn because our opponent gets to choose. But I kind of like this hand. Thought Erasure into Lich and Brazen Borrower. We have 4 lands. One too many that I actually want, but seeing as how we can't draw lands for the save our lives, I think we're gonna stick with this. We're gonna stick with it. I think we'll be all right. Keep 7. Keep 7. All right, so Temple of Triumph. Scrying it to, drum roll. Drum roll, please. To the bottom. They have 11 minutes left on the clock. We have 16. A little bit of a difference, but our opponent's playing a little slower. So they scry that to the bottom. They have sweet Rakdos sleeves. I like those sleeves a lot. They're pretty sweet. I should get the Azorius ones. I think that'd be way, way more my style. See if they play another tap land here. Seems like the first few turns of their games have been tap lands just to get into their 3, 4, and 5 drops. But we'll see. They could have like a white source here and then a bishop, but it looks like they have an island into a Senate Guildmage. Not too bad. Well, let's take a look and see what's going on in their hand currently. They have Feather, hard cover, which is enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +0/+2 and has draw a card, then discard a card. That's very strange. That's a little weird. But I guess we'll just take the Feather. Blood for Bones on top sounds fantastic. If they want to negate the second Thought Erasure, that's fine. I was going to take the negate anyway. Just get some threats out of their hands since we don't have, hard removal currently. The hardcover thing is a little weird because this already taps blue to draw, so it's just a little non-bow there. But we'll see. Oh, good, they're going to activate. Nice. That's going to make this Thought Erasure resolve, which is great. Let's see what they discard. Probably a land. I could assume, yeah, the Sea Vents is going away here. Let's take a look and see what's in their hand. They kept a land. All right, we'll take the negate. Cavalier of Night. Let's put it in the graveyard. We can get it back later. And we will play our Watergrave tapped and say goo. Hardcover and Senate Guildmage does not work together very well. We'll see what they drew here. Hopefully it's not fire. That would be terrible. That'd be a really good draw for them if they drew fires. But we drew our Gadwick. Sweet. Well, we'll just play our Tombbound Lich, or just little 1/3 Tombbound Lich here. Get rid of the other one because we're going to try to Thought Erasure them next turn, I guess. They're hitting all their land drops, though, which is super scary because they have a lot of big creatures like Angel of Grace. Well, then. That is an instant speed card. Gotcha. Well, let's see. Yeah, I guess we just... Well, we can't Blood for Bones. Man. I guess we just have to bounce it, I guess. Yeah, that's probably a better play, actually. Let's bounce it to their hand. And then we'll Thought Erasure it. Now I feel like a real jerk. We'll... How many lands? 3, 4, 5. We got 6, maybe? No, we'll ditch it. We'll just ditch it, see what happens. We'll just attack. See what you got. You gonna block? It has Death Touch. Land, and well, guess we'll just... I really want the to keep the Gadwick, just because I'm a sucker for Gadwick. Currently draws 2 cards, could draw 3 cards next turn. We'll see what the opponent draws here. I guess they might draw discard with the old Senate Guildmage here. Very weird deck we're playing against. Very kind of brewy, but kind of trying to be the best that they can with the cards that they have, which is pretty cool. There's the Temple of Triumph, so it looks like they've been able to acquire some of the lands and stuff. See, that's the whole free-to-play thing that, like, I have a completely opposite thought process on. A lot of people will say, hey, when you're free-to-play, get your mana base. You know, get your mana base going. That's what you really want to do. And I think it's actually the opposite. I think getting the rare cards, the rare powerful cards that you really need is way, way better. Because, you know, sure, your lanes are going to come into play tapped and you can cast your spells, but if they're subpar and terrible spells, well, they're probably not going to win you the game like a rare mythic will do. So, back to the game. They unsummoned my Tombbound Lich, so I didn't get to attack them. But we can Gadwick here for 3, draw 3 cards, and then we also have Brazen Borrower in the wings and Tombbound Lich here, and we have the Concoct, so we're looking pretty good right now, especially since this is going to start tapping down some creatures, making room for whatever we need here. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we can 4, 5. I think we have enough mana to do that. I think we have enough mana to do such things. Let's see. Guess. Well, do we just... I think we just wait. That's a tough one. We can just play this and tap this next turn. Yeah, we'll just do this. We'll tap down the big guy. Draw a discard. Ooh. That's a good one. I'll swing for 3. We'll save that. We'll save that. We're going to play Brazen Borrower, I think. You gonna block? Gonna block? I don't think so. I think you're going to let me hit you for 3. Feels good. Now we got to remember, don't let him go to combat. Because that's not good. When this guy lights up, we're playing our Brazen Borrower to tap this sucker down. They do have the Angel to bring your life total back up to 10, so we have to remember that. We'll just play this now. Tap down the 5/5 before they can draw a card, just in case the top card's like, I don't know, some sort of counter spell that I can't beat. So they drew a card, discard, and planes. Looking pretty crazy right now. I think we might actually do it with the old Gadwick trick with Brazen Borrower. I love this combo so much. So good. It is so, so good. We get to swing here for 3, 6, 7. Feels good. Feels real good. Let's see what we got here. Moving to combat. Waiting for our opponent. You know, I might just concoct back the Cavalier of Night after this attack to kill this Light of the Legion. That might be a thing. We'll see what we draw off Tombbound Lich, see if it's worthy enough to live. Alright, just waiting for the damage to be dealt here. 3, 6, 7. Alright, draw a discard. Be nice if it had Agent of Treachery. That'd be sweet. It is not. Alright, so we'll get rid of the Water Grave. We'll play our Castle Lockthwain. And I believe we can do this and hold up Murderous Rider, which is nice. Oh gosh, that's a blue sword. That's a blue spell too. Look at the synergies. Look at the synergies. Let's concoct up a storm here. What are we, surveilling 3 and then bringing something back? Feels good. Opponent is playing extremely slow. Please don't have a negate. I was trying to do the cool thing. The really cool thing. Don't have a negate. Oh gosh, I feel like they have a negate. I feel like it's a negate. It smells like a negate. It's not a negate? I'm confused. Is it going to work? Concoct. Please. Please. This is going to be super fun. I mean, for my side, it would be super fun. I'm sorry, opponent, that you have to deal with my crap, but this has to happen. It is destined to happen. Let's get rid of all these. I don't care about them. Bring back, oh, Cavalier of Night. Yep, when it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature. When you do, destroy target creature and opponent controls. Cavalier Knight's going to come in hot, and we're going to sacrifice his 2-mana Lich. Yes, yes, we are. 2-mana Lich. Gonna sacrifice it. Sacrifice that. Kill that. Oh yeah, it already knew. It's like it auto tracked right onto it. Don't unsummon this. Don't you dare unsummon that. I feel like they're like, oh, they're just poking at that card in their hand. It's definitely an instant. But what does it say? When it dies, put a 1/1 counter on each white creature you control. Well, this is a white creature. That must mean he gets a 1/1 counter. Yikes. That's totally fine. This is a 4/5. Not worried at all in the least bit. This can still bring him back to 10. Next turn is what? 4, 7, 10. Oh, we have 10 damage right now. Fires un invention. Okay. Okay. Well, we got 10 damage here. What do you got for us, opponent? That's a pretty sweet card to have with Fire's Invention. I'm not going to lie. I like that little combo. Well, this game is over. OVER. Angel Grace can bring him back up to 10, but we have 10 damage currently. Surprised they didn't wait to do that, but I guess you can't play spells on your opponent's turn when you have Fire's Invention. So pretty sweet games. We got to do our thing. Opponent got to do their thing in game 1. We kind of disrupt them way too much in games 2 and 3. So we got the wins here. So let's just swing in and get this job done. Very nice, very nice. Good win. All right, team. Good job. Good job. Look at how lucky we are. We get to play on the play on the play twice in a row. Can you believe that? Twice. And this is what we get. Terrible hands. Mulligan. Oh, no. This is even worse. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, well, definitely mulliganing again after our opponent chooses if they want to keep their 7 or not. 1 land ain't going to cut it. As we saw in the previous game, the 2-lander didn't cut it. So the 1-lander is definitely not cutting it. Also, the 6-lander is not cutting it. So we're just hoping and praying here. Perfect. Keep 5. We will discard put back the Blood for Bones and the Gadwick. So we have draw, discard, and removal. Done. Play our Dizzle backward to gain a life. Hopefully we can get there. Our opponent did keep 7 cards. We had to go down to 5. So it's looking a little grim for us currently. Stomping grounds for our opponent. So it might be Gruul. Could be the Jund Oven deck. We'll see if it's a kitty cat deck or if it's just a beatdown deck. Looks like it's Gruul. Looks like we're coming against Gruul here. So Zertok Goblin's going to come down with a 1/1 counter. He's not going to get in there for a free 2 points of damage. Well, I'm just going to play my 2-mana Lich. That's a 1/3 with lifelink, which is sweet. So we have blue, blue, black, black. I guess I'll just get rid of the Water Grave so we can have untapped lands that do not hurt us. Because we want to play Murderous Rider, which is also going to hurt us, and Thought Erasure, which should take out their biggest threat. But we're super behind on cards. Super unfortunate, but we'll do what we can. Well, I guess this is getting bringing the Rider and smacking this Zertok Goblin right in the face. That's a 4/4. No wonder they didn't swing with it as a 2/2. Woo! That thing is brutal. Well, let's see what they're working with first. I think we could take another 4 damage. Yikes! Woo, boy, we are dead. We are super dead. I know we could have played it out, but we are dead. Okay. I guess we want to have Ether Gust and Ritual Soot. We really don't need... Tyrant's Going actually isn't too bad because we can bounce the Questing Beast. Predcraptor seems fine. To get around 4 cards. Do we like Massacre Girl? I think we like Massacre Girl here. Gadwick, probably not a matchup for Gadwick. take away an agent, and we'll take away one. We'll take away a borrower. I don't want to take away a borrower because I like the card too much, but I think that's what we have to do. We're to bring in 4 cards, 2 Ether Gusts, and 2 Ritual Soots to kind of contain the creatures and then beat them later. So we'll see how this goes. A little unfortunate we had to mold a 5. So hopefully this time we don't have to do that and we can just keep our opening hand. So we'll play first again. Much better. We can Thought Erasure on 2 and 3, so we'll keep it. Should be able to find something to sacrifice to this Blood for Bones. But we also have to get something in our graveyard to sack to it. So again, going back to my initial thoughts, I think we need that that Apprentice. That it's a 1-drop 1/2. We get to scry 2, they mill 2. It's just a really, really sweet card, and it's good fodder for this Blood for Bones, and we can mill ourselves because it's target player. It's just all around good. So Fabled Passage for our opponent. Looks like they probably will get a Forest. And then, I guess we're going to Thought Erasure them. I mean, there's nothing else we can do, or actually want to do, because turn 2 Thought Erasure is the bane of everybody's existence in this game. So we'll Thought Erasure, see what they're working with here. Lava Coil, Pel Collector, Domri, so Ambush, and Girl Spellbreaker. So currently I think we just have to get rid of their Pelt Collector. Yeah, sure, I'll keep another Thought Erasure. Probably should have just ditched it. But we get to see what they're working with. Thought Erasure number 2. Get out of here, Legion War Boss. Land we do not need. Play this land tapped. Now they do get to Girl Spellbreaker us, which stinks. I wish they didn't draw another 3-drop, but this is much easier to deal with than the Legion War Boss. And they'll probably make this a 4/4 like they made the Zertog Goblin a 3/3. But, you know, I'm wrong again, and they gave it haste, so whatever. We'll do this again. Another School of Spellbreaker. Get out of here. Cavalier of Night. Well, I could see having 2 in a row, so we'll try it. Castle Lockland, go. Next turn we get to play Cavalier of Night and have another one in backup. It's a 4/5 with Trample, so I guess they would have the Lava Coil and Domri's Ambush to kill it. So this just deals damage, right? Yeah, so they'd have to use both of them. I mean, that's kind of fine, right? Just make them use all their cards out of their hand. We'll see if they want to go that route. Just Lava Coil in this, and then Domri's Ambushing to hit us a 4 down to 11. Then we play the second Cavalier of Night and hopefully get him. Woof. It is looking a little grim right now. we played 3 Thought Erasures and we're like, I think we're on the back foot. That's what we get. That's what we deserve for playing that many in a row. Yeah, so here's the Domri's Ambush, then the Lava Coil to take it out. It'll get exiled. So when it dies, it doesn't bring back nothing. Hit us for 4 down to 11. Keep 1 card in their hand. They've got 4 mountains and a forest, so they're really running low on their forests. They're green mana here. But we do have another one, so beat the second one, please. Or don't. That's fine. I don't really care. But just don't beat us with. don't Domri's Ambush us again. Don't do it. Okay, so they drew a Stomping Grounds. Played Stomping Grounds taps. That means they probably don't have anything in hand. We have a great blocker here. Ether Gust is a sweet, sweet card. Sweet, sweet card indeed. Huh. What do we do here? Well, that's a bit of an issue for us because this, I guess we could just wait and see what they play because now they have Hexproof and the Spellbreaker has Hexproof, which is super annoying. I'm gonna Ether Gust that sucker. We'll see. Question is, do I want to take 3 damage to draw a card? Yeah, well, let's do it. Don't get anywhere just not living on the edge here. 2 Metal is sweet. Good blocker against the Girl Spellbreaker. And let's see. We guess we could bring back something, right? What's in here? Nothing. Discard a Blood for Bones. Actually, I'm so silly. Swing for 4. Hit him for 4. And now we can go, gain 4 life, which is sweet, pay 2 life. Then we can blood for bones, sacrifice the Cavalier of Night to bring back the Cavalier of Night. Sacrifice this, what is it? Tombbound Lich, and then kill the Spellbreaker. So a little loop-de-loo there to try to get rid of the Spellbreaker, which is super funny. We gain 4 life in the process. Zertog Goblin coming in hot as a 4/4. And then what else do we got currently? They have one more card in hand. Robber of the Rich, the 2/2 reach haste. Why does that have reach? So strange. Good, we got a Castle Ardenvale, so we don't have to keep hurting ourselves. They have a red and a green creature, so this Aether Gust is looking pretty sweet right now. I guess we're just Aether Gust this thing because we don't really want it to come down, and we can scry 2 as well. Put a stop on their end step just to make sure. Robber of the Rich is not going to trigger either because it says, what does it say? When it attacks, if defending player has more cards in hand than you do, exile a top card of their library. During any turn you attack with a rogue, you may cast it. You may spend mana of any color to cast it. See if they swing. Probably not. Alright, we will scry 2. Brazen Borrower, Massacre Girl, huh? Well, I don't think we want Massacre Girl, but we definitely want the Brazen Borrower. That is pretty sweet, sweet, sweet tech. No attacks. End the turn. There is the old Vivian. So Vivian's going to come down to your end turn. Target creature gains vigilance and reach. Look at the top 3 cards of the library. Exile 1 face down and put the rest on the bottom. For as long as you remain exile, you may look at it and you cast it if it's a creature. Sure thing. You can resolve that Vivian spell and give your stuff. What is it called? Flash? Flash, guys? Yep. Here's the question, though. What is that, 2 now? So we can kill that just by bouncing something, and then I guess we could bounce something and then play it to kill that. So 2 for 1 it. These both have haste, though, so not really a big win there. But might as well make them use their mana up. I guess they have flash now. It doesn't really matter. Crap! This has reach. It has reach. I did not see that coming. I forgot it had reach. Why does it have reach? What is the point of giving a human archer rogue reach? There is no point at all. Nice. Destroy. Destroy that reach creature. Dang it. Swing here, swing there, and hopefully they don't have anything to come in and block us. Doesn't look like it. Don't do it. This card, I mean, I forgot how great this card is. It's actually pretty sweet. Boom, hit you to 12. Gain 4 life. And then we're going to take 3. So we really only kind of gained 1 life. If they have a, what are they called? Questing Beast, we're in big trouble. That card is really good. All right, Zertog Goblin coming in hot. Probably has a 2/2. Get the beats in his for 5 down to 9. Probably don't want to take any damage drawing a card, though. Pass it. Yep. Swing for 5. Okie dokie. Alright, let's scry 2. Solves. Thought Erasure. Okay, they just... I'm confused. Maybe they just thought it was inevitable that I would eventually win. I'm kind of confused in that one. But hey, it's a win is a win is a win is a win, and we'll take it. Ritual Soot's looking extra awesome. Master Girl, I'm not a huge fan of it because all their creatures are kind of big, so let's take that out. Take that out for probably... we'll put the other H in. We can steal stuff. Hopefully, like maybe turn 4, steal something, which is sweet. But the previous versions of this deck that I've played are more geared 100% toward the Agent of Treachery line, where You know, we're getting a lot of stuff in our graveyard early, and then by turn 4 we'll have a creature that we can sacrifice to bring back Agent and just do some silly stuff. This is really, it's more mid-rangey, more like blue-black mid-range with like a Reanimator package in it, sort of. So it's actually feeling pretty sweet. I think like the Brazen Borrower package is really cool. This is looking okay. We can play this into this. Might get there, but I think we have to actually go with it because we have just like some solid cards here. I would like to see one less of this card in our opening hand, but we do have some kill spells. Hopefully they don't go like Pelt Collector into Zertog Goblin, which it looks like they're going to do that. No, 4, 5, 6. Looks like they did mulligan down to 6 to get this, but hopefully we draw some sweet cards here. So we can go Dizzle Backwater, and we can bounce something, and then we can play Murderous Rider. So we're looking pretty good right now. Robber of the Rich. We definitely have more cards in our hand than you do. Definitely have more cards in our hand than we do. Can I see it? Oh, so it's a Dismal Backwater. Well, yeah, I guess we're going to end turn. This is going to be a super good card against them. Super good. Are they going to just move to combat? It looks like they are. Well, let's bounce the Robber then. Bounce the old Robber of the Rich. This is not a rogue, right? No, it's an Elf Warrior. Elf Warrior. They might have like Domri's Ambush or something along those lines, but we'll see. Alright, so they replay Robber of the Rich. They didn't get to swing with it, which is nice. We'll play our Tombbound Lich to draw a discard. If we can draw a land, then we're looking pretty good. Well, let's see. Hopefully it's a land. It is a land. Get rid of this Blood for Bones. Don't need that currently, but we may need it in the future here. We're just trying to save face, not take too much damage, and hopefully hang on long enough that we can win this game, because we might have the Murderous Rider a Questing Beast next turn. That might be the line. We'll see. Our opponent cracks their field passes, gets their second forest, plays their mountain, and plays Questing Beast. We have Lava Coil for our 1/3. Gotcha. Well, that's a little rude. And they took a thing. Okay. Well, they have a they have a Blood for Bones if they ever want it or need it. Play our land. Oh, do we do? I'm gonna actually just steal the Robber of the Rich, honestly. I don't want them to keep swinging with this and stealing cards. It's the silliest thing, but hey, we might be able to sacrifice this to Blood for Bones. Oh no, that's a big dude. That's a big boy. Giving it haste. I mean, you have to give it haste, right? They don't. Oh no, they do give it haste. I was gonna say, what? You gotta give it haste. Alright, so this turn, oh, we got the land too. That's pretty sweet. So we could have concocted this turn, but I think we have to, oh gosh. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to kill the dude, and we'll bounce the other dude back to their hand. So they'll reset the counters, and we'll leave this back for blocking duty. Oh, we're really living on the edge today. Let me tell you what. We draw land, we can play both of these. Not really that great of a blocker. We draw land, we can play Tombbound Lich and this, and that's double life linkers. That might do it. Vivian is going to be tough to beat. Going to be tough indeed. -2 to try to find another creature. Hopefully it's not a Questing Beast. Because if that's the case, then we are deader than a doornail. That's a thing. Yeah, I guess we'll just try to swing at Vivian here. Cool. Yeah, we'll just play Tombbound Lich. I guess we'll discard Blood for Bones. Play this and then play a Murderous Rider. All right, opponent. If you got the questing beast, you got the win. Slam it. Windmill slam that questing beast. Where? But questing beast. Go. Tell me you don't have a questing beast. I'll be so... Thrashing Bronton. Okay, well, it's not a questing beast, so I'm happy. I'm so happy it's not a questing beast. Oh my goodness. That's a really great draw, actually, too. Holy moly magolies. What do we do here? Probably take this, and then what do? They zap, and then I can block one of them. Ooh, that's a tough one. Probably take the Ceratops, and then they have to kill both of ours, and then... Yeah, I guess we take the Ceratops here. Dismal Backwater. Blue, blue, blue. Huh. That would gain us a life. But I think we could probably find something a little better. I think we just swing with everything, and then we get Ritual. Oh, we get to get something? Oh. I guess they just had, like, I mean, they have to block, and then we just have all these stinking removal spells for our Brazen Borrowers. This game is crazy. They have to know, right? They could sack, but I guess they don't. They won't sack. We'll go up to 6. Ooh, baby. Ho ho. Guess I gotta discard that one. And then we will Ritual of Soot. Get all that out of the way. Hopefully these Brazen Borrowers could take us the distance if they don't draw another creature. My luck, they'll draw a stinking questing beast right now and kill us. Please no questing beast. Oh, a voracious Hydra. Double the counters. That has trample. Oh boy. Holy mother of Mary, we did it. We did it. We did it. Oh baby, we did it. Can't believe we ripped the exact card that we needed off the top. We'll play our Brazen Borrower here because it can't be lava coiled. Swing for 3, zap, end the turn. We can flash in our Brazen Borrower after they lava coil this one. They're missing their land drop, so they're drawing spells. They're drawing stuff. That's fine. Yep, our Pelt Collector's in the building. Do they have another creature to pump up the jams here currently? We shall see. Domri's Ambush, sure. Actually gonna scry. Let's see what's on top. Cavalier of Night. Whoo, baby. Don't need a land. I think I want that Cavalier though. Alright. We're still in it here. We're still in it. They could swing. I block. They lava coil. I would be totally okay with that, to be honest, just because I want to gain 4 life. I don't want to die to a questing beast currently. We'll see. We'll see. They do have the lava coil. They know we have these adventure creatures. They're in a tough spot, but they keep drawing spells, like decent spells. They just don't have the lands to really play them big stuff. Maybe they have like a Hellkite in their hand that they can't cast currently or something like that. I can only imagine what those other two cards are. All right, so it's a Pelt Collector. Maybe they have another creature to pump them up. They could swing and then lava coil. I guess. I guess not. Okay, well, we'll play this tapped. And then we'll play our Murder Strider, I guess. Next, and we'll no attacks end the turn. And we still have a Flash and Brazen Borrower here as well. Nice. So the lava coil is a little bit stranded currently. Robber of the Rich. Well, that's going to get a card, huh? That's going to get a card, huh? Well, if they swing with it, it'll get a card. We'll see. We'll see. Are they going to swing with it? Want us to gain some life? No, they do not. Oh, we'll flash on our Brazen Borrower. Alright, so a land here stinks, but we do get to scry next turn, which is nice. Gosh, if we swing here, they block, and then I swing here, they can block, and then I don't have... See, like, Brazen Borrower isn't a blocker, so we need to keep our guys back because they have the Lava Coil, which really, really stinks. We need to block with one of these. Hopefully they don't draw like a Dimer's Ambush, another one, because then it'll be really, really bad for us. Also, if they have a Skargan Hellkite, then we're really, really dead. Actually, we have a blocker for Hellkite, which is nice. Ha! I knew it! I knew it! Let's scry, see what we got. Ether Gust. Well, that's not really what we're looking for. Is that going to come down with a counter on it? No, they're bringing the haste. Yep. 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 Ew. Well, I can block it at least. I guess I should draw a card before I decide. So let's go and draw a card. We'll lose a life, but yikes. Okay, well, we're blocking. We're blocking. Yeeks. Oh boy. Well then, we are not looking good for our hero. Not looking good indeed for the hero of our story. Let's swing first. Boom. Hit you to 10. We'll go to 7. I guess we'll take a damage here. Go to 5. Ooh! Oh, it's such a good draw. Let's see. Alright, so I think we have 3, 4, 5. It's a tight one. This is a... man, this is a really tough game right now. This is super tough. There's the Lava Coil. So what can we do? We can bounce, block, take 3, 4, 5, and we're dead. Bounce, bounce, 3, 4, 5. I think we're just dead either way, though. No, we took 2 damage and we should just bounce. No. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. Darn it, man. Maybe they don't swing all out. They're gonna swing all out. There's no reason they would ever not swing all out. Right? Oh, goodness. They got blood for bones. So, I mean, I could bounce. But see, I'm 1 mana off. 1 mana off of bouncing. So, bounce these 2 and then block this. Right? Gosh. Bounce, block. Yeah, I can't bounce, block. Bounce that. Let me just take 5. Man, that was a tough one. I thought we could like eke it out there at the end. I was trying to play around that Lava Coil. It was just super tough. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. That was a super fun game of Magic, actually. I thought we could really do a cool little workaround there and get the win. But hey, we'll try to get him next time. All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at our opening hand, and it is looking pretty sweet. We are on the draw, but we have Tyrant Scorn, Brazen Borrower, and we got some reanimation spells. So if we can get to the point where we can reanimate something, then we're golden. So let's go and keep this 7. Dismal Backwater into probably Swamp or something like that. Our opponent goes to 6, plays a Swamp, pass the turn. We draw a another Blood for Bones. Not looking that great. Our opponent has a cool little fox guy, which is sweet. Looks like they're mono black burglar rat. Interesting. Okay, well I guess we'll get rid of 8 Blood for Bones. Playcrafter isn't too bad either. So let's go ahead and say next. We're definitely not going to be bouncing the burglar rat at all, but you know, it's just a little 1/1. We don't really care about it too much. Now if they try to blink it or do something really fancy smanchy with it, I don't like this card either. Stop making me discard my hand. Actually, this will work out perfectly, so we can go cancel. We'll actually kill your rat. Then they'll make us they'll make us discard a card. And we'll get discard conchive or whatever. And then we'll go land Playcrafter. Make you sack your Davriel. I could have Murder Strider, but I think we're gonna keep that for any like big creatures they have. So like a discard deck. Bag of Holding is such a cool card. It's super good. Yeah, it's a really good card. So we'll just say go. They will be able to draw a card and discard a card. Well, I guess when they discard a card with Bag of Holding, or whenever you discard a card at all, you exile it, and then for 4 mana tap, you can sack the bag and get everything back. So anytime you discard in this deck, so even if you discarded your entire hand to draw a new 7, this puts it all, you know, into exile. So this is going to be a little weird because there's going to be 2. I wonder if it goes in the same exile pile, to be honest. Let's see. Draw and then discard. I want to see where this discard goes because they're both trigger, right? Let's see. So that resolves. The first one resolves. And it goes into there. And then that one will resolve. And I guess it doesn't go into there. It's really a little confusing. Let's go and just flash in our Brazen Borrower. Just get our beats going. They only have 2 cards in hand. Really no sense in bouncing these, to be honest. So, yeah, we'll just get our beats going here. Hopefully I don't have a disfigure. Blah. Damn it. It's like the one card I hope they don't have. As I said it, they cast it. So again, we're just going to try to do this thing. They're going to be drawing discarding, but we can just try to at least get some damage in while they're not doing too much. Yarik's Fenlurker, huh? And we'll exile the old Massacre Girl here. The Fenlurker is pretty sweet because it gets really big. 2 mana to draw a card, discard a card. Discards a Swamp. Now it'll trigger both of them. And I guess the one that they initially do will just trigger and go to the bottom of that one, I guess. But I'm not really sure. Does this have Death Touch or anything crazy? No, it does not. Alright, we'll just Tomb Bound Lich here. Ooh, get rid of that. Swing for 2. If we draw a land, we can get back our Agent of Treachery. So then they got to choose if they want whatever one they use. I guess it's like that one will trigger, will go on the stack first, and then it'll resolve top down, and then it'll put that card back into that Bag of Holding, I guess. Not really sure how it works. So tap land kind of stinks. I would like to play Blood for Bones now, but I'm just going to use the the Swift End, get rid of the Fenlurker, and just keep our beats coming here with the 3 damage apiece. That's all we got, 3 damage. Draw a discard. Get out of here, Swamp. I want to keep the Blood for Bones in our hand. They will get to draw a card and lose a life for that. So they have a lot of draw spells. Well, the Bag Holding isn't really like the best card advantage engine because it's more card disadvantage because you're discarding a card as well. Legion then not really good against our deck. Guess they get to do that again. They have how many cards into that? Holy moly, they have 4 cards into that. Costs 4 mana to get it back. Huh. There's the Cavalier Knight. Yep, there's both of those triggering. I guess they're gonna keep putting it under each other one. I don't really know what's going on, to be honest. Let's swing. They do not have enough mana, and these are already tapped. So, oh, do they have a removal spell? They do. That's a little unfortunate. Swing. Well, blood for bones. Sacrifice this guy. That'll go to the bottom of the library. Blood for bones is going to get this creature back onto the battlefield, right? Yep, that on the battlefield. Brazen Borrower to hand. I'm going to steal their holdings with their 4 cards under it. And then we'll bounce the other one. Oh no, we're not going to be bouncing the other one because they killed our dude. Wait. Wait. Return all cards, exile this bad boy to their owner's hand. So even if I sacrifice this, they get 4 cards. I only get my 1 Brazen Borrower back. This is hilarious. Why did I steal this card? I thought I was being so cheeky. There's nothing cheeky about it, man. You're just being a dum-dum. All right, well, I guess we'll try to win with the old-fashioned way with the 2-3 beats. Murder Strider coming in hot. In the turn. I guess we could just use this to draw a discard. We'll draw exile, really. So they're going to draw lose a life. Go to 7. Did they draw a removal spell? The Fen Lurker. That's going to come in and exile our Thought Erasure here. Not looking good. They have a lot of mana they can pump this up with. 6 mana to get it +2/+2. They have 5 mana currently. Plague Crafter, huh? Plague Crafter. I have a Plague Crafter too. We'll sack the 2/3 there. Not discarded, just sacked. All we need is a spell that brings it back, like that one. Sacrifice a creature. I love Blood for Bones. This card's great. This card's great. We got him. Game 1. Good game. All right, so they're like a mono black discard style deck. Gotcha. Let's see. I guess we could bring in Sorcerer Spyglass. It doesn't really seem that great. Massacre Girls seem too great. Neither is Gadwick. And we probably just bring in... I don't really use their graveyard too much. Maybe just 2 rituals just to clean up when they play those, like the Fen Lurkers and stuff. I could see that. Spyglass could be okay against like the Bag of Holdings. But I guess the Narsets would be really, really funny. Let's bring in the Narsets. I think that's a funnier card to bring in. Bring out Tyrant's Scorn and a Cavalier, and we'll bring in 2 rituals. Sure. Sure, let's try it. Let's try it. Man, the Narset's going to be hilarious. Hilarious if we get it. Very interesting. Very interesting, and see if this happens, if it works. All right, so we have Thought Erasure and a Ritual Soot so we can stop what they're doing. We're going to keep 7 because it's a good hand and they're a discard deck, so keeping 7, even if it's a bad 7, is sometimes correct because of how much discard, since they're like a dedicated discard deck. If they're just like a Jund style deck with just, you know, like a modern Jund style deck with like 7 to 8 discard spells, maybe not, but well, you know, I digress. So Dismal Backwater comes into play. Tapped, obviously. The Fen Lurkers in the building. So I guess we'll get rid of blue. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Castle of Antris. Unfortunately, this doesn't discard. It makes us exile, so that kind of stinks a lot. But we'll take a look at their hand, see what they're working with. Davriel, Rat. I think we'll just get rid of Davriel. That makes us go twice. Leave a land on top because we're probably going to discard this Agent of Treachery to the Rat Boy here. The Rat Boy. Nice. Here comes the Riggedy Rat. All right, so we'll do what to do here. I feel let's just do land like this. See if they play another creature, then we can go Ritual of Soot. Then if they play this on 5, we can give it the old Plague Crafter treatment. All right, Ritual of Soot coming in, clears the board. We are going to have a very long road ahead of us currently. They're already getting their Castle Lockwayne draws in there. That's crazy. Oh no, Tavriel, no! Oh, we have a Plague Grafter. But how we get that? Yeah, I guess we'll discard the Tombbound Lich, I guess. Alright, Plague Grafter. Sacrifice your Davriel, please. Play this, I'm gonna Murderous Rider it. I guess I get to bring back a card then anyway. Dang it. That's unfortunate. I forgot this has more text than just kill a creature. That's fine. Alright, so I guess we'll just... Darn, we have to lose this card too because they're gonna bring back one of these? Dang it. That's unfortunate. Well, we could do it this way where we let them hit us, draw another card next turn, and then do it. Is it worth it? Probably not. We'll just lose 2 life here. Maybe we should have done it on their turn. Definitely a possibility that we should have done it on their turn so that they aren't able to pump up the jams on this guy. 3, 4, 5. They have 6 to get to plus it up to 3. It's 3 damage. It's 3 damage ain't too bad. See if you got anything else. We have no cards in hand. We have a card in exile, which is on adventure. Whew! This game is getting a little back and forth. Really back and forth. It's a very swingy game, especially against these kind of decks for sure. We'll put this into play tapped, and I guess we are going to draw a card. Really don't know what else to do. I think we could have played this, but it wouldn't have really done too much. Gonna hit for 5, 6 currently. If they want to pump, they are not pumping. Okay, Cavalier of Night is very, very good card. Plague Crafter makes us discard a card if we have nothing in the battlefield. That's a thing. Another land. Okay. Well, we'll draw again. Come on, you can do it. Ritual Soot. Well, that only stops one of them. All right, we'll just play this guy. At least we can trade here. I don't know how we're going to kill that Cavalier of Night. That's going to be the tricky one. Yeah, we'll block here, I guess. Nothing else we can do. Go to 7. Yeah, put that back on bottom. Really need to find something. 2, so we have 3, 6, 7. So we could draw a... Agent of Treachery here. Taking 2 damage from Davriel too. Yuck. Yuck. I don't think we can win this one. It's going to be super, super difficult. Let's just bounce this to get this card out of our hand. And then we'll draw a card. I don't know if we can wiggle our way out of this one. Davriel is very, very punishing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to take 2 off of this, go to 2. Yep. Woof. That's a pretty sweet one. Well, let's try it. Alright, we'll surveil 3 into the yard. Go grab ourselves an Agent of Treachery. We'll steal the Davriel with the Agent of Treachery. We'll cancel that. Do not have enough mana to do that, but we can keep the Davriel alive currently. That's something. This has to have, what, 1 or less? 1 or fewer. Okay. Plague Crafter, huh? Yes, we'll sacrifice that guy. We're going to block there. No problemo. Maybe we'll find another Conchive. Nope. No, we did not. Well, we'll gain a life. And then we'll draw a card. I don't know if there's anything we can draw. Oh my goodness. How do we do this? How is this real life? How is this real life? How are we in this game currently? Holy moly. Alright, what do we got? Opponent reveals their hand. You choose an online card from it. If you do, that player exiles that card. If it's non-black, let's bounce this sucker. I guess they have to Spectre Shriek. So if it's a non-black card, they have to exile a card too? pretty weird. Pretty strange. We need to be ripping some sweet cards off the top to hang in here, because we are just like, we're on a thread. This is a balancing act. Oh my god. Oh Lord. Lordy lordy. Bounce that again. I guess we'll draw again. Go to 1. Woohoo, Jesus. We're doing something, and I don't know what it is, but it's not really I don't know what's going on. I can't even imagine what our opponent's thinking right now. Oh, Liliana, how nice. That's a pretty good one. I guess we'll play a Brazen Borrower. I don't know what that's accomplishing. Oh, that's sweet. All right, we're drawing a card. Yes, we're doing it. Cancel on, huh? All right, we'll swing there. Don't know how, but we're doing something here. We're hanging in there. Blood for Bones. Bring back Agent of Treachery and bring back Brazen Bar to our hand. Steal the... Oh my goodness. Steal that and then +1 to make a zombie. We're doing it. We're doing it. Let's see. Each opponent chooses a permanent they control and then sacrifices the rest. Wowzer. We are... I don't know how we're doing this. This deck is unbelievable at drawing Brazen Borrowers. Holy crap. This is crazy. So they'll exile this, but they have to exile a card out of their hand because that was a non-black card. Holy moly. They don't have enough mana to... Holy crap. What is going on? What is actually going on currently? I'm just going to minus because I want to draw 2 cards. I think this is the correct play. I think it's the correct play. I could be wrong. I was not wrong. I was very correct. If I do that, then they get back their Playcrafter, and that's not good. So we'll just Cavalier. How are we doing this? We will never, ever, ever figure out how this is actually possible, because this is absolute madness. Madness, I tell you. 3, 4, 5, 6, and we get to play both of these at the end of their turn. Is this real life? Am I dreaming? Are we doing this right now? Oh my gosh. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. If they play a Playcrafter, we are getting rid of this Liliana so fast, it's not even funny. I'm going to 4, 7, 10. 2-turn clock if we play both of these. Woohoo! Murderous Rider. You got it. 4, 5, 6 mana. I guess they could play Cavalier Knight. 7 mana. They're going to play the Murderous Rider, huh? I'm going to put a stop on my upkeep. I'm going to double Brazen Borrower right now. So I know what their hand is currently. And then we'll do this on our upkeep. We have 3, 4, 5, 6 currently. I guess we can do that. View battlefield. We can't do it till we swing though. Which is fine. Is it fine? We don't know if it's fine. It might be fine. Is it fine? We're going to keep it. We're going to keep it. Draw. Land. Oh no, main phase. Land. Swings. Are they going to block? Probably not. I would not expect them to block. All right, so they're going to take 2 damage down to 15. Then they'll take 10 down to 5, or unless they block. Sweet block, because we have a kill spell in our hand currently. Whoo, baby. We're up to 5. We're clawing our way back into this game. unbelievable. Oh, they're gonna take 2 damage. We have 10 power on board. Bag of Holding isn't gonna do it. Bag of Holding ain't gonna do it. Did we just pull this game off? Are you serious right now? You gotta be joking me. Even if they play this, we have the kill spell for it in our hand. Why wouldn't you just play this? Wow. Are you serious? We just did that together. We are best friends now. It's official. We're best friends. Holy cow. Well, chalk that one up for didn't think we were going to win that one. And then we just outplayed them. We did it. Sweet. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed some Dimir Reanimator. Had a lot of fun playing this deck. Had some really technical games there. Almost won the really tight match, and then at the end, I couldn't believe how we won the last one, so that was actually pretty crazy. If you like this deck or like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to go check me out on Twitter. We talk about Magic, everything like that. Check me out on Instagram. We post videos of just different decks and, you know, pictures of cards and stuff like that. So definitely go check that out. Also, check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/TimeWalkTV. We will be live tonight, Wednesday night, from midnight to 4 a.m. So come on by, say hi, submit a deck list. I'll play whatever. I don't really care. I just want to play some Magic and hang out with everybody. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, Magic is great and so are you. Stay positive and play Islands.